What is up, YouTube? It is Tuesday morning. I'm headed to the gym now, and today is a pull day, so working the back. Yeah, we are 27 weeks out from the show. The new pre-workout I took from Project AD yesterday is the new Stampede pre-workout. Took it again today. I combined it with nitrox, so we'll see how it goes. I drank that about 20 minutes ago. It takes about 10 minutes to get to the gym, so you want to consume your pre-workouts about 30 minutes before you're lifting. And yeah, so feeling good today, and just headed to the gym, just trying to get my mind right and think about just executing all my lifts. Really gonna try to focus on controlling the range of motion and at both ends. So on the stretched end and the contraction end, if I have to go lighter, then I will. But I mean, I'm just starting out in bodybuilding, so I wouldn't say I necessarily have any strong points, but one of my weaknesses is my back musculature and my lats. I pretty much don't have any lats, but you know, they are growing. It's just gonna take time and focused effort, especially on back day. Yeah, so that's kind of been what I've been focusing on the past few weeks for all my lifts, is just really controlling and focusing at both ends of the range of motion. So the range of motion on stretch and the range of motion at peak contraction. If that means I have to lower the weight to do that, then so be it. You know, it is hard coming from an athletic background. You know, I played baseball my entire life, and so in baseball, the kind of the end result is more important than how you get there. Which bodybuilding is kind of the opposite. If you really think about it, if you're doing a bench press, for example, not super important for baseball specific, but athletic performance. You're doing a bench, you're trying to get from A to B as efficiently as possible. And I've talked about this before, but bodybuilding, we're trying to grow the muscle in the most inefficient way possible. Meaning, I could do a bounce rep of a heavy weight, get it off the rack, bring it down to my chest, quickly, explode it up quickly, re-rack it. Boom, I just moved a really heavy weight. But did I actually force the chest to work? Probably not. Probably used a lot of momentum, probably used a lot of overall strength, as opposed to specifically the chest and the triceps to contract and engage in order to move the weight. So just been taking that kind of philosophy more into consideration the past couple weeks. You know, the more I learn, the more I try to learn, not from my mistakes necessarily, but just trying to learn more from my ignorance and trying just to break old habits. Had a really bad habit of when I'm lifting, especially when the weights get heavier, to try to snap or pop the weight into that end range of motion so I can finish the rep, instead of actually squeezing the muscle and forcing it to work or forcing it to failure. A lot of times I see that in my own clips. I see it in my clients' clips. But that just means the weight's just simply too heavy. And at that point, you're just ego lifting. And the whole point of bodybuilding is not to move X amount of weight, X amount of times, is to grow the muscle. So if you're not forcing the muscle to work, it's not going to grow. So that being said, today is a pull day. I'm going to start with cable pullovers, lat pull downs. If I can superset those, then I'll do that. But here lately, I haven't been able to. I kind of have to pick one or the other and start with those as a warm-up, which is fine. Then I go into a Cybex supported seated row on the machine. And then after that, I've been doing a seated wide grip pronated row, so my hands are facing down towards the ground. And then we have cable RDLs. So I've just been getting a bench and standing on the bench and doing one leg at a time. And then pretty much hold the handle with one hand and then hold kind of the machine with the other, just for balance. And then lastly is single arm pull downs. And then that's it for back day. And then have cardio and some abs. So with cardio, check-ins were yesterday, so it was updated. Everything was updated. So diet, not too much of a change. Took a little bit away as far as carbs in a couple of the meals on training days. Not much. It was like 30 grams of rice and 30 grams of potato, which sounds like a lot, but it's literally like a spoonful. So I'm not gonna die. And then on non-training days, for one of the meals, no more rice, so it's pretty much just protein and veggies. And then for the cardio, we upped it from 60 floors to 65 floors. Update actually came through while I was at the gym yesterday. So I was able to change or do my new cardio plan yesterday instead of having to wait till today to start it. So I just set it on level 10 just to get basically a baseline for the week. And I finished 65 floors in 12 minutes and 28 seconds. So today my goal is to beat 12:28. I'll probably alternate between 10 and 11 for the speed level. And then within the next week or two, so hopefully by the time you guys watch this next week, I will have had my blood work back, number one, and that might change the PED protocol, but who knows. Like I've said all along, it's my first time, going through a prep, going through an off season, doing a show. First time on PEDs, so we'll see how and if those change based on my blood work, based on what Ross says. But and then also, hopefully by the time you guys see this video next week, I'm gonna hire a posing coach so I can be as prepared as possible. Ross is gonna make sure I look good from a physique aspect, and then the posing coach I'm gonna hire, his name is Daniel Coffeen, Coffeen, He's on Instagram. Ross recommended him. From what I can tell, he's a really good posing coach. I've been following all his social media stuff on Instagram, and he posts a lot of free tips and advice, which is great. I've learned a lot already. He has an ebook. I've read it several times, but I do better like hands-on teaching and in the moment critiquing, and all of his tips and advice are for other people, the people he's critiquing or showing. It's great general advice, but I'm not trying to just generally, or I don't have a general goal. So if I wasn't competing for a show and I wasn't trying to do everything I could to be as prepared as I could be, I probably wouldn't hire a posing coach. I would probably still have hired Ross, and I'd probably still be an athlete of Ross. But, I'm trying to compete in a physique show, so especially since I've never done this before, I'm not trying to learn any bad habits that I have to unlearn if I were to wait and hire a posing coach before my next show. So I want to learn and come in with a clean slate and be as coachable and as open-minded as possible. I have zero experience in posing, so that'll be good. I'm not going in with any educated opinions, or there won't be any second guessing, because I'm just going to do what he says. Kind of like what I've done with Ross, and I've had good results so far. So and that kind of just goes along with anything else in life. Really, you should only listen to people who have accomplished or completed a task that which you're trying to accomplish or complete, that they've done themselves. So it wouldn't make any sense for me to coach anyone on how to be the next Mr. Olympia. I've never even done one show. What I do coach people on is on how to build better lifestyle habits and how to lose or gain weight depending on their goals, because I've done it before. I've actually done it 2 different times now. So I'm coming from a world of experience and wisdom that I pass along to my clients, and that's why I coach the type of client that I coach, and that's why I have the type of coach that I have. He's a bodybuilding coach because he's a bodybuilder, and he competed at the Olympia last year, so he was one of the top 17 bodybuilders in the world. So you can't really get much better than that. So that all being said, roundabout way, almost 15 minutes in, this is gonna be a long video, especially since I've chatted for nearly 15 minutes of it. But be good cardio, good video to listen to and watch. It's crazy how, I've said this in a more recent video, but it's crazy how the months and weeks might seem long, but the days go by quickly. So I can't believe we're 27 weeks out from the show. After today and tomorrow, it'll be half of the week's already over, and then it'll be 26 and a half, and then before I know it, we'll be down into the teens. Hopefully by then, I look different. I don't know how else to say that, good or bad, but just different. But yeah, let's go inside. Got work today, so no real other thing to film today. Tomorrow will just be cardio and abs. It's an off day, but I'll probably film something, a little car chat on the way to the gym tomorrow morning. So see you guys tomorrow. I'll put it this way.
Oh.